Staci McGill. I'm a PhD student in the BAE department here at UK, and my focus is on equine facilities and specifically indoor arenas. Unfortunately, we can't take you to an indoor arena, but we can talk a little bit about some of the things we look at when we go to facilities. Most of my work is out in the field, and as part of indoor arenas, it is a main location for training of horses on farms, which allows them to be worked no matter the weather conditions. And one of the biggest components of that is footing. And most footing is made up of sand or some sort of sand mixture. So I brought a couple of different footing samples today. This is a brand new, fresh, nice sand. And this is a mixture yet to be identified from a facility. And so one of the really interesting things about sand is we all think that sand is sand, but in reality there's a lot of different components to it. So this particular sand is known as an EQ75, and that's what type of mesh it can go through. So I actually have a set of sieves here, and each of the different sieves is a different size. And what you would do with these, and I'll demonstrate, is you put the sand or whatever material, soil is also used in this, and you run it through, and based off of the amount percentages in it is how you define and characterize the sand. So this one, most of it's going to fall through. So we can take a little bit, and I'm going to make a total mess because that's what sand is. Different particle sizes are going to collect in the different sieves, and based off of the percentage is how we would quantify the sand. So that is the nice new EQ75, and that means most of its particles will collect in about a size 75 mesh. Versus this, we're going to see, I have a similar setup here. And for this one, we're going to see a lot more collecting in this top because it has a lot of other particles in it. Not much collected in here, and then we're falling through to our smaller mesh size. So you can see a lot more variation of particle size in this particular sample, and that's because it's been in use longer. The other thing that's really interesting, this sand is damp, and so when I shake it, there's not much dust that's produced off of it, because dust is a huge issue in arenas, versus this sample, when I shake it, there's a huge cloud. So one of the things we typically see in arenas is water being put on the footing to help knock down dust. And there's still going to be dust because there are smaller particles, but as you can see, with the more water I add to this sample, the less amount of dust I'm producing. So dust is a huge issue in these facilities, and something we do a lot of research and look at a lot, and a lot of that has to do with the moisture content, which I just showed you, as well as the particle sizes within the arenas.